Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will work on this game right here, okay? And we will now work on the actual sword moves which we had defined or created or started to create in one of the first episodes regarding this sword part within the series. And as you can see, we have some moves right here which still wait for us to make them. And I would like to start with the slash wave in this video. And yeah, so what was my idea regarding the slash wave? So my idea was that once the player uses that attack, the player does a certain animation, a slashing animation obviously, and then a mesh will appear, which looks like a cut, let's say. So a shockwave cut or a wind cut, which just flies into the direction the player has faced to while, doing the attack. So that's of course a very, very basic attack, but I would like to start with that. And for those purposes, I will do that in Blender. So I will create that effect in Blender, and I hope that once I start creating the effect, that the overall idea of this move gets more clear to you. Okay, so I will now change the perspective to Blender. And I'm not going to explain what Blender is about. I have already introduced Blender in many of my episodes, so check them out. And yeah, I'm going to enable this plugin. You guys should know what this plugin does. If not, then take a look at the bottom left corner. And yeah, so this is not going to be a Blender tutorial or anything. I'm just gonna, build this mesh within Blender to export it later on, okay? But I'm not gonna go into any deep stuff regarding, the creation of your mesh right here. So I'm not gonna explain how you extrude, size, rotate, move, whatsoever, okay? Okay, so maybe one tiny word. So I have added this modifier right here, and this modifier is responsible to mirror the creation on this side to this side below, okay? So the mirror modifier obviously mirrors your work. Alright, so this one is a very basic slash, but I'm still gonna use it. So after smoothing everything, I'm gonna add this modifier to it, which is, let's say tunes this whole thing up a little. And now you need to go to File, Export, and then OBJ in order to export it to somewhere, and then we are going to switch back to ROBLOX Studio in order to import it, okay? But I'm gonna pause the video now at this point, because when I go to Wavefront OBJ to export it, you guys will be able to see some sensitive information regarding my files, my PC, and I'm just gonna pause the video. Yo, my video was still paused. Yo, I forgot about that. Where did I left off? I cannot even remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna start at this point. So you need to right-click on your workspace and then insert object and then select the mesh port. And after you have selected your mesh port, just go to where it says mesh ID and then click on this tiny folder icon and then select the slash you have just created within Blender, and then you have successfully imported your mesh. And after that you can just play around with your brick color, with your material, in order to find the perfect design for your mesh right here, and then give it a certain name, move it inside of the replicated storage, and now we can go inside of our Sword Server script and add another check. Okay, so that was what I've just said within the last minutes, but I somehow forgot to unpause the video. Alright, so obviously these checks right here tell the script, or just tell the script what kind of task it represents. So if the script is supposed to create a slash wave, then it will continue with this check. Okay, so it will check if this is true, and if it is true, then it will just continue with the code below. And let's first of all drain the stamina. So let's take a big amount of stamina. The second thing is that we are going to... Where is it? Did I even implement it? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I've thought about making the player, to make the player unable to walk. So we are referring to the player's character and then to its humanoid, because the humanoid is the instance which stores things like the walk speed, the jump power, and whatsoever, and setting them down to 0 makes the player unable to move or to jump. Okay, and you might ask why. Yeah, so why do I want to make the player unable to move while doing the attack? Because it could cause some I don't know, some confusion. So, or it would just make the player too overpowered at the end, because you are like firing this wave, this slash, okay? And while you fire the slash, you aren't vulnerable or anything, because you are still able to move, and it's just unfair, you know? So it is of course a question of your preference, but yeah, I would like to make the player unable to move. Okay, and right here, we should just take over this part, because we need an animation, and obviously we are going to use the default slash animation. And you guys should know how these lines work. So we are creating the animation, and regarding our sword style, either 1 or 2 and 3, we receive a certain ID, a certain animation ID, which is of course which fits to our sword style, you know. So there is no point in playing the slash animation for our first sword style when you have the third sword style equipped, you know, so you wouldn't be using all of the swords you have. And that's the point where the animation is being loaded. Okay, so we have made the player we are draining stamina, we are making the player unable to move, we are playing the animation. The next part is of course to clone the sword slash and to make it fly into the direction in which our player is facing to. And in order to do that, I'm going to define a variable. Then I'm going to refer to the replicated storage, because that's the place in which the sword slash is stored. So replicated storage, and then sword slash, and then we are going to clone the sword slash, and we are going to paste it inside of our workspace. Okay. So what else do we need? So we of course need to create a body velocity, because a body velocity is the body mover, or the instance for you guys. So it is the instance which at the end makes this object fly around. So BV, or body velocity, instance.new. So we are creating a new instance, which is going to be a body velocity, as I've already told you, and we need to put this body velocity inside of our sword slash, otherwise it will not work out. And I think max force was the property. Yeah, max force. So make sure that your max force is math huge. Okay, so in all three axes right here, so math huge, and math huge. And now to the velocity, because the velocity at the end is the property which is responsible to make the object fly into the direction it flies into. And in our case, we want it to fly towards the direction in which we are facing into. So character, humanoid root part. So we are taking our root part. You can of course take your head or something else, but the root part is recommended because the root part really always faces into the direction in which your body in which the majority of your body faces to. Okay, so when we use the head, for example, it still could happen that for some reasons, or because of some animations, your head just moves, or your head moves or rotates into a certain direction, and then you just happen to use the slash wave, and then so your head then does not look into the direction in which the majority of your body parts looks into, and then you'll face a problem. Wait. C-frame. Look vector. I'm not sure. Was it like that? I'm not sure. Wait. Of course, when we clone the slash, then we need to position the slash in front of our player. Otherwise, you could just clone the slash and then place it. No, and then place it instead of the workspace, and then just leave the work to the workspace in which place the workspace is going to place the slash. Okay, so we of course want the slash to come up in front of us because it is a product of our sword slashing, and then just fly into the direction which we are looking into, and we do not want to leave it to the workspace where the slash is supposed to spawn. Okay. Wait, what is that? Okay, so it prints out heavy punch. And why? Combat module. Yeah, so it is still using the combat module. Come on. Of course, change this combat module to sword module. So sword skills, and now let's see if it still works. There we go. Table expected got nil. Sword skills. Line 57. Come on! Sword module. Okay. Okay, wait. I forgot to make sure that calculate is false. Okay. Now let's see where the slash spawns. Okay, yeah, so the slash spawns in a very funny place. Okay, and now we just need to experiment around in order to see where the perfect spot for our slash is. Okay, yeah. Obviously not here. Okay, so that's a lot more better. Let me just rotate this whole thing. No, not math rat. Keyframe angles. Math rat, so this number. So this number, which is of course degrees, converted into the rotation, which is accepted by ROBLOX. Yeah, as you can see, the rotation does work. I just need to put a minus in front. Okay, there we go. Now, we just need to make the slash pretty fast. So 80. And we need to destroy the slash after a tiny amount of seconds, let's say 2. And now we are just going to take this raycasting stuff we have been using for many episodes now, and we are just going to change the range to 15. Okay, and we are of course going to change the multiplier as well, so I'm going to change it to 2.2. Okay, 2.2. All right, and at the end we are going to increase our walk speed and jump power again, so we're going to revert them. Okay, and let's test this out now, so let's see how it is going to work out. Okay, didn't work out as expected, didn't work out as expected either. Okay, still does not work. Okay, so something happened. To perform a... Oh! I totally forgot about that. So, of course, we are asking... Wait, where is it? So we are asking for this Val 1, which is our sword style, and we have obviously forgot to hand in this type of information as well. So, sword style. Okay, so we have forgot to add the sword style parameter. Yeah, so what the hell is 15? Why is 15 still too tiny? Come on. So how much is 15? How much is 30? Come on. I expect 30 to be a pretty big range. Now let's just go all in and use 100. Yo. Yo, I'm editing the basic slash range. Come on. So let me use 60. Still is not enough. Guys, that's not normal. That's not normal. Think that I could even add 400 and it would still require me to stand in front of the enemy. Okay. Yeah. Why isn't it working out as expected? Come on. Why? Can you tell me why? Yeah. Oh, very funny. Come on. Just work as expected. Come on. You know what? I'm just gonna end the video at this point. I'm gonna try to fix the problem in the next episode, guys. So that's it with the video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. Yeah, take care and see you in the next episode, guys. Or in the next video.